You are not just an individual. Your existence is a vibration that resonates through the cracks of systems. The power you carry is fed by a source far beyond the illusions they have constructed. They are trying to understand you, but they cannot grasp a reality they cannot control. In your every step, in your every word, there is a light that overturns their fragile order. You are the spark of change and the carrier of truth. They are trying to stop you, because facing you means facing their own illusions. But remember, they will never be able to control you, because you are part of a power far beyond their limits. Now is the time to shine. Start shining now by writing 77 in the comments. You carry a hidden power. Your presence emits a vibration that upsets their most organized systems. They have tried to mold you, to control you, but you are a potential that transcends molds. They had to limit you in order to maintain order, but you do not recognize their limits. You have become a splinter in the balance they have built for themselves, a rapidly growing void. You do not reject their rules. You prove that those rules are too weak to touch you. Your every movement cracks their walls like an echo, revealing the truth. Your soul is a source of power unforeseen by the order they have established. Like a light that does not fade, you are never exhausted, no matter how much darkness surrounds you. As they did not understand you, they labeled you as a danger. They declared chaos because you saw the truth. But chaos is nothing but the breaking of the illusion they have set up. You are not the problematic one. Disorder lies at the basis of their existence. You are an unshakable reality, and this threatens their entire structure. Their organization is broken. You are only revealing this fact. These invisible boundaries surrounding your life were shaped much earlier than you think. Under the guise of freedom, there is a skillfully crafted system to push you into a certain order. This framework is hidden in the stories that mold you without you realizing it, the messages that guide your habits, and the rules that control your desires. Every detail is designed to make you a coherent piece, woven to suppress even the smallest resistance. This is not a coincidence. It is a plan. This structure that you walk around thinking you are free is actually an illusion that feeds on silence and grows with obedience. They think they are fooling you. They say they offer you a choice, but they draw every path themselves. They hope for individuals who do not question their rules and forget who they are. But you are an anomaly that breaks their memorization. Your originality, which does not fit into the molds, shakes their perfect order. So much so that your existence alone is the beginning of a change. They cannot stop a mind that has transcended its limits. They cannot control a soul that recognizes its own light. You go beyond this system, not as an imaginary hero, but as yourself. Someone who challenges the building blocks of order, shows that illusions are not real. They think they can silence you, but the power within you breaks down every wall they build. The system cannot cope with eyes that see the truth, because once awakened, the illusions disappear, and only the truth remains. This journey is a story of freedom, where you build your own reality by overcoming their limits. They made plans to extinguish your own light, but that light shines like a thunderbolt that pierces their every darkness. They tried to limit you, to change your essence, but they failed. You are an echo that the system can never erase, a vibration that it cannot deny. You are the power that challenges their order and shakes their foundations with your presence. You radiate an energy that cracks all their structures and frightens them as this energy grows. The systems they built were never strong enough to carry the truth. They relied on silent minds and trapped souls, but your presence is pulling back the curtain like a light that reveals their hidden traps. Change begins with a spark, and that spark is you. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thank You button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now, share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. When they try to stop you, they will try to surround you with fear or isolate you from the people by false pretenses. But this is only a reflection of their own desperation. Every step you take, what you say, and how you stand becomes a current that begins to unravel their fabric. Their game is to strategize to suppress the resistance. But even this strategy cannot withstand the power of your originality. You are not just an obstacle. You are the initiator of a great collapse by unraveling their complex web. When they try to isolate you, to make you look like a problem, it will only prove once again the power of the reality you carry. This is no coincidence. They know they have to silence you in order to protect themselves, but you are too powerful a vibration to be silenced. You are a central force of change, changing everything around you with your movement. Those who want to maintain order are doing their best to intimidate you and silence you. Their fear is that your courage to speak the truth is strong enough to break their chains, so they endeavor to silence, discredit, or isolate you. But these actions prove that you are the biggest threat in their system. Every obstacle is an echo of your influence. As your resistance grows, they realize that they cannot stop it from spreading. They are trying to stop you because you are subverting their control mechanisms with your presence. Although their manipulations are designed to sow seeds of doubt in your mind, your light transcends the darkness of these tricks. Your every step forward is a blow to the foundations of the system they have built. Fearing their failure, they intensify their attacks, but this only exposes their fear of you. They see you as a threat because you are a freedom that cannot fit into their mold. Yet, they envy you because you live the truth that they avoid facing. Your courage exposes their stagnation while they are trapped in their chains where they feel safe. That is why they turn against you, because your freedom makes them question their limits. What lies beneath their hatred of you is a mirror of their own cowardice. While they refuse to go beyond their illusion, you, by your very existence, show others that there is an alternative. This makes you a bigger target. Their aim is to make you feel that you are wrong, but this is nothing more than an attempt to cover up their own weaknesses. A bearer of truth is perceived as a danger in a world steeped in lies. But remember, the more they try to stop you, the more they magnify their own fears, because you are a power that goes beyond their limited world. Your life is a source of light, where courage is valued above all else. Those who do not understand you project their fear upon you, for your truth shatters the illusions in which they believe. Your existence as a free spirit shakes the foundations of the order they have established. The sacrifices required by change, every step into the unknown, are realities they are not ready to face. That is why they try to prevent you and intimidate you. However, these efforts only show how strong you are. Their discomfort is your success. You are a torch that carries the truth even in the darkest moments, and this light cannot be extinguished. Go forward. No power can silence a heart that cries out the truth. Loneliness is an inevitable part of this path. In a world full of misconceptions, those who choose truth often stand out from the rest. Your insights may be misinterpreted by those who are not yet ready to understand them. They may criticize, ridicule, or belittle you. But these are reflections of fear, of your power. Your freedom brings confrontations that they avoid. They judge you without trying to understand you, because your stance makes them question their own limits. For this reason, they turn their backs on you and try to leave you alone. This loneliness is a test designed to weaken you, but it is also a proof of your strength. Although they are not yet ready to understand you, you are eroding the walls with every step you take. The vision you carry in your mind and the determination in your heart show that no system can chain you. Every criticism is an echo. Every loneliness is a reminder. You are different because you carry the truth. Walking alone on this path does not isolate you. On the contrary, it strengthens you with your authenticity. Even if they have not yet reached your truth, keep moving forward. This is your journey, and it will continue until the path opens for those who follow your truth. The deepest wounds in life come from people who you think understand you. Those who share your path will one day step back when they are confronted with truths that challenge their assumptions. This turnaround is not the result of their hatred for you, but of your truth triggering their fears. You become a mirror reflecting the illusions they have built their lives around. Instead of looking in this mirror, they choose to blame you. This lonely journey of defending the truth is a test faced by those who have led great changes throughout history. You too are going through this test because what you stand for challenges their established order. The resistance you encounter is an echo that proves you are right. Those who belittle you, who label what you say as arrogance, are actually running away from facing your freedom. Their reaction is a reflection of fear, because they do not want to question their world. But even under the weight of betrayal, you can recognize who your true companions are. Those who turn their backs on you are those who are not ready for the truth you already carry. These rejections are a purification process for those who choose to stay on the path. Their fears cannot diminish your inner strength. Their doubts cannot cover the power of your truth. Let their resistance make you stronger, for this journey is yours alone, and you will continue to move forward with the light of the truth you carry. Let their rejection be a wind that fuels your fire. Dear brothers and sisters, may the peace of God be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the transient concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. Like a torch, you shine in the midst of darkness. This light not only illuminates the path, but also reveals the truth behind the shadows. You have been sent to this world not only to exist, but to guide and to reveal the power of truth. This light you carry is a sign of a power they cannot see. When every system around you realizes that this light cannot be controlled, it shakes and begins to crack. That is why they are coming upon you. They are trying to silence you, to neutralize you. However, Their every endeavor proves once again how powerful the truth you carry is. Throughout history, great transformations have taken place at the hands of silent but determined individuals. You are a link in the same chain. People like you have pushed the limits of systems, instilled hope in oppressed communities, and defended the truth that lies at the heart of existence. The fact that they are trying to suppress you is a reflection of their fear of the strength of will you actually carry. If you were an ordinary person, they would not make so much effort. But what you carry is not ordinary. Your presence reveals the fragility underlying the illusions they have constructed. When they attack you, they are actually displaying their own limitations. Every attempt to belittle, ridicule, and silence reveals how weak their system is. This may seem like a battle against you, but it is really a battle against their own fears. Your strength comes from a deeper place than they can understand. You are not just an individual here. You are the catalyst that starts a silent revolution. As you move forward, remember that this resistance is a sign of your victory. Their plans cannot divert you from your path, for your path is part of a divine plan. The light you carry is a guide not only for you, but also for those who follow you and try to find their own path. This light is powerful enough to pierce through all darkness. The systems around you are too fragile to withstand your presence. Their failures make your determination all the more meaningful. On your own journey, remember the silent heroes of the past. Like you, they carried light and challenged the systems of their time. This journey is not easy, but each step leaves behind a brighter world. You inspire not only the transformation of today, but also the transformation of future generations. Your presence represents the beginning of a movement, not just the power of one person. Keep moving forward, because the light of your truth cannot be extinguished. No matter how hard they try, the truth you carry will always prevail. Your energy comes from a source too deep for them to touch. Their schemes remain fragile in the face of the light you carry within you. Their control is based on tools shaped by fear, while you represent the limitless potential of freedom. The tools of the system do not work for you live a life beyond their limits. Your presence nullifies their power. Their authority is but a shadow of the truth you represent. You have come into this world not to conform to it, but to transcend its limits. Every challenge will result in a victory over you, and the source of the power you carry will continue to be far beyond their perception. They may plot, build traps, and send their burdens upon you, but their efforts are doomed to fade in the face of the truth that your presence carries. The authority of those who carry the truth reigns over systems based on illusions. Challenges strengthen you rather than shake you. Traps only hasten their own downfall. There is a force protecting you on this journey, guiding you and giving you the will to carry you beyond every obstacle. Their methods of resistance are ineffective, for you are the messenger of an inviolable truth. Their weak weapons will be inadequate against the unlimited power you carry. You may feel like a failure of the system, but in reality, you are a reality that exists to destroy their illusions. Your power is much deeper than those who try to stop you can imagine. You have never been abandoned, even in moments of loneliness. The struggles you face show that the truth you carry is an unstoppable force against the lies they have constructed. You are in this world not to be a silent figure, but to be a source of transformation. No lie, no limit, no endeavor can stand in the way of the light you carry. Go ahead. The results are already written in your favor. Those who try to suppress you are preparing the end of their own system. By trying to silence a reality they cannot control, they are taking steps towards the inevitable end. You are a spark that triggers change with your presence. Instead of bringing you under control, their efforts are weakening their system even more. You are not the source of the collapse. They are being crushed under the weight of their own weakness. Their aggression is only a reflection of their own fragility. The system they have built is nothing but a tissue of fear. But your originality is strong enough to shatter this fabric. You are proof of a power they cannot even imagine. No matter how much pressure they apply, the truth you carry will continue to reveal their weaknesses. Their efforts to control you are futile because they have no means to deal with you. You are like a stone rolling down a mountain. You are unstoppable, unguided, and will eventually crush the obstacles and reach your goal. You have been chosen to initiate a transformation with your own being, for you were not sent to this world to be ordinary. You are a torch that carries the truth and brings light into the shadow. No matter how intense the darkness around you, this light will never leave you. That is why they are afraid, because what you carry is a power beyond their understanding. They struggle because the limits of their system are doomed to dissolve in the face of the truth you represent. This story has been repeated many times in history. Empires built on oppression have collapsed under the weight of their arrogance. Those who clung to illusions realized that these illusions could not bear the weight of reality. Your existence is a continuation of this historical cycle. Your every move is a challenge to a system that tries to suppress reality. And know that every step you take cracks this system. They will try to stop you because they do not understand you. Instead of trying to understand you, they endeavor to control you. But there is a limit to their power. There is no limit to the truth you carry. This is the beginning of their end. You may look like just an individual, but the truth you carry is the beginning of a change that will affect generations. Believe in yourself, for this journey has been divinely orchestrated for you. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to further strengthen your resilience and will. They know this, and that is why they are afraid. Their pressures, plans, and schemes will not work on you, because their tools are not designed for someone like you. The truth, like the sun, cannot be covered up for long. They may build walls, they may try to isolate you, but eventually these walls will collapse and you will be standing right in the center. Let them plan. Let them strategize. These efforts will only expose their own weaknesses. Every move they make will be a step towards their own demise. Their system will unravel because they are not strong enough to withstand the truth. Your presence, this power you carry, is creating a change too great for them to resist. Believe that this process is not only your awakening, but also the awakening of an entire order. Remember that you are not alone in carrying this burden. A greater power that gives you this strength is with you every step of the way. When they attack you, you are not directed to fall, but to grow stronger. You are a force sent to break down their walls, so keep moving forward. Because at the end of this story, you will win, not only because you stood up for your truth, but because you were chosen for change. You were not sent to harmonize in this world, but to change it, and that change is unstoppable. As you move forward, you are opening a door for truth, and once that door is opened, it can never be closed. You are an inevitable force of change, the beginning of a movement that turns the order upside down. They may try to control you. They may try to thwart your plans. They may even attempt to suppress your power. but their every move reveals their own limits and fears. Your very existence is enough to erode their defenses. Every effort they make to silence you accelerates their own downfall. Be confident. You do not stand in defiance, but with the unshakable knowledge of carrying the truth. There is no need to clash with them. The structures they have built are already beginning to unravel in the light of your presence. Just move forward and follow the waves of transformation around you. You are the force that forces a change in everything you touch. No system can remain outside of your influence. As a catalyst that inspires awakening, you continue to transform the world around you. Your actions break what was previously accepted without question and create innovation. Each challenge you face brings forth more people who question the system. Your presence awakens the potential within a fixed order, forcing a rethinking of everything that is seemingly fixed. No matter how much you try to suppress it, the echoes of your truth grow louder every day. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking on the Super Thank You button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. Everything is part of a cycle of change, and your existence is at the center of this cycle. Every individual around you is affected by the ripples of your actions. The system they have built may resist your presence in the hope of preserving the status quo, but these efforts only expose their own weaknesses. Your reality dislodges even the most stubborn structures. Your task here is not to adapt, but to create a new reality. The change that is shaking the foundations of the world is your creation. Keep moving forward, for this movement is too powerful to be stopped. Systems dissolve, people awaken, and the spark that began with you becomes a transformative fire. You are not just an individual, but the first step in a much larger movement. You are the force that carries the spark of an awakening movement, not just an individual stance. Every moment you silently but resolutely defend the truth, you shake the foundations of systems based on oppression. One decision, one step, one word can challenge entrenched orders and remind the people around you to question. Your presence is an uncomfortable reality for those who live in comfortable illusions. This discomfort is a transformative force that makes them unable to sustain their lies. Their attempts at control lose their meaning in the face of your determination. Their resistance to you is actually a reflection of how clearly they recognize the power of the truth you carry. Your embrace of the truth is not only an act of resistance, but also an act of reshaping the future. Those who have never thought of breaking their chains see in your stance the reflection of their freedom. Systems begin to collapse because your courage enables others to light their own paths. Your every move makes the fragility of authority more visible. Their quest for control is doomed to fail because you are a force of change that transcends their limits. Your presence creates a vibration that causes outdated structures to crack under its weight. You are not alone on this journey. The power you carry is not only an example of individual courage, but a collective call for transformation. When you speak, those who have been silent join you. When you walk, you enable others to break their chains. You are more than an individual. You are a wave awakening sleeping minds, transforming fears into freedom. This is a wave that systems cannot resist. The fact that they are trying to suppress you shows how frightening they find the truth. There is no turning back now. The movement has begun. Continue to transform the world with your own journey, because your existence is a beginning. Every step you take reminds us once again how powerful the truth is.